Does it always happen to you where you are trading and then you feel like giving up? Because today you have a good day, you're happy, and then tomorrow you take some crazy losses and then you see that this is not working. Let me tell you something. I think it's okay, like it's part of the business, it's part of the it's actually part of trading. There's nothing you can do. Even me, there are days where I take crazy losses. I feel like, why am I actually trading? I feel like giving up and stuff. Even though you're making money, there are days where you're like, why is it happening to you? But it's normal. Let me explain. No matter what business you're doing, you will eventually have losses, okay? The losses, I'm not always talking about stop losses, like real losses. If you, how do I make it? Let's say you have a shop where you sell phones. Let's say I'm selling iPhones, right? And then on my shop, maybe some days robbers like come, okay, people steal phones. They come and then they rob the shop. They are eventually going to steal phones. Or maybe there are months where I don't sell any phone and then I just keep paying bills such as taxes or light bill and water, everything, you know. So you can spend money but without getting a return, and you can have loss in any sort of business you do. So it's normal in trading. If you take stop losses are normal. But the way you can actually end up being profitable is by mitigating those losses. You have to do what? Mitigate those losses. So if you have a $100 account, right? And then you are risking $10 per trade. That means I have 10 losses on a row to lose the account. And trust me, if you actually have a strategy that works really well, it's really difficult to have 10 losses on a row. For me, I don't remember the last time I had 10 losses on a row. Maybe the highest I may have is maybe 3 losses or 4 losses. That's like if I'm going through a losing streak. But having 10 losses on a row is something that doesn't happen on a daily basis. So, if it's that case, right? And then the setup you take, you risk, or let's say you have 5-hour setup, you always have 5-hour setup. If you have 10 setup, those 10 setup, if you have 5 losses and then you have 5 wins, or let's even talk about you having 7 losses. Let's say you have 7 losses and then you have 3 wins. Those 3 wins, which is 5-hour each, which is 15-hour. 15-hour will make you $150, knowing that you are risking $10 per trade. And then you have 7 losses. Okay, 7 losses is $70. So if you take 150 minus 70, it's gonna give you $80. So $80 now plus 100 is gonna give you what? 180. So eventually you grow your $100 to $180. So what prevents you from growing an account, like really growing an account, is because you don't follow your trading plan. You don't follow the same risk, and you don't, like, you always partial on time. You don't let your trade run. These are basically like all, bro, like literally all. And one more thing is, like, you enter setups when you don't see it. You take a setup, you hit stop loss, you enter it again, you take stop loss, you enter again. You don't become profitable doing that. If you keep doing that, you can never be profitable. So understand, these are the 3 things. If you take those 3 things, you should be good. Always risk the same amount of risk, like have the same amount of risk on a setup. If you have a $100 account, right, and you are risking $10, always keep risking $10 per trade. If you have a 100K account and you are risking, let's say 1%, keep risking 1%, no matter how the setup looks like, right? Because you may take a loss of 1% and take a win of 0.1%. So how many wins are you going to recover the loss? Because your wins are low risk and your stop losses are high risk. So you cannot. Always keep risking the same amount. Right, trust me, keep risking the same amount. And then let your setup run. Let me give you an example. Today I took a setup on gold, right, which I made a video about. So that setup, price missed my TP by what? It missed my TP by, I don't even know how many pips, because I'm too bad at counting pips with gold. But let me show you something, because I had a screenshot. I show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So this was the thing. Okay, I don't know if it's clear, but look well. Price missed my TP by less than 0.1 hour. I mean 0.1 hour. It missed my TP. But eventually, I kept my setup. What happened later? He bought and he hit TP. He hit full TP. You can see that he hit what? Full TP. So let your setup run. You don't have to close too early or partial too early. If you have a 5-hour, let run 5-hour. If you trade 50-hour, let it run 50-hour. I mean, literally no one keeps 50-hour without partial, but like, let your setup run till full TP. That's your edge. Like, that's how you can be profitable. Always let your profit run until where you think your target is. and then there you can make some money. Okay, so if you can do that, now the last thing is stop over trading. You are not God. You cannot have 10 losses every day, or let's say 10 setup every day expecting making money. Now today I took 2 setup and I'm done. I can still see setup, I don't take them anymore. Why? Because it's okay, I'm done. You don't have to take that many setup a day. And sometimes you don't even see setup. You just want to click a button because trading is fun and it's addictive. You don't become profitable doing that. So what happened? Give yourself like an amount of setup you can have a day. If you think that 5 setup a day is okay, trade 5 setup. If you think 3 setup is okay, trade 3 setup. And 3 setup, 2 setup. And again, let's say if you give yourself 5 setup a day, that doesn't mean that every single day you should have 5 setup. Maybe today if I saw 2 setup, I take it because I saw 2 setup. I'm allowed to take 5 setup, but I only to source 2 setup. I take 2 setup. Or if I start this day with the win, like if I take a setup and let's say I hit the 5 hour and I see that maybe I made $2,000 and I see that $2,000 is okay for the day, I'm done for the day. I mean, you don't make $10,000 every single day. That makes sense. So those few things I said here, if you try to apply everything, I guess it will really help you to achieve profitability really fast. And again, if you don't have a strategy to trade, make sure you check the link below my video. You'll have access to my trading course, my community, my Zoom calls, like everything you need to have to be able to make some good amount of money from forex trading. Hope you guys the best, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube video to help you, or my YouTube channel. I always forget, but thank you.